What's up, guys? My goal is to build one of the biggest names in the creator economy. And in this video, I'm going to be breaking down my vision, my plan, exactly what the business model is for Brands Meet Creators, all the behind the scenes of the strategy and kind of where we are going with everything. I think what we are doing is extremely unique. I don't see anyone else executing this strategy right now, and I want to give you just that like behind the scenes exactly why I'm doing what I'm doing and what the plan is. So first off, I'm coming to you guys again from a beautiful little beach town in Mexico. I'm gonna be here a couple more days, then I'm heading back to the States for the holidays, so you guys might get some content from back in the Philly area. But the two things I want to talk about as we walk through kind of the vision and what the plan is are attention and incentives. These are two huge things that impact everything that I do, that impact the future of this company. And so for those of you that don't know Brands Meet Creators, we are a platform that connects brands with content creators, and we're completely free, right? That's kind of one of our main characteristics that make us different from all these other platforms out there. We're completely free and we connect you directly, right? So instead of forcing you to kind of use the platform, use all the communication channels in there, we connect you directly to form long-term partnerships. Because where I see this whole space going is I believe that every brand, every legitimate brand, they're gonna have an in-house team of content creators, right? Or at least, if not in-house, a team of content creators that they work very closely with, right? Maybe some influencers that they work with on long-term partnerships. And brands are going to want to work with them directly. They're not gonna wanna have to work with them through a platform that charges a fee and whatnot. And so we are building the platform that's gonna facilitate those partnerships of the future. So the first thing I need to talk about here is attention. And you've likely heard this before, but attention is the new currency, right? Attention is everything. I think it's getting easier and easier to build products, to build software, to build websites, to build whatever the back-end monetization is, right? To spin up a Shopify store, to spin up a product and list it online, whatever it is, even software. It's just becoming easier and easier to create. But attention, that is the new currency. That is what's truly valuable. And I think what we are doing to get attention is very different from what a lot of other people are doing. What I see most people doing is, especially in like this creator space, is they're like chasing attention, right? They're trying to jump on new trends. They're trying to make content. They're trying to go out there and get content. Try to go out there and get attention. Whereas what I am trying to do is I'm trying to build something that is a magnet for attention, right? Something where I don't even have to create content in order for attention to come to me and to my company, right? And that is through building something very powerful, something that's very shareable, something that delivers a ton of value, something that grows like a network, it grows exponentially, and something that just attracts people to us, right? So up to this point, the majority of our traffic is completely organic, completely word of mouth from people that use the platform, they love it, then they go and they make content about it, they talk about it, other people see it, they use the platform, they do the same thing, right? It's this flywheel, it's this constant attracting of attention. And so that's how we've kind of created this platform. It's I heard this analogy before, I forget where, but it's almost like a hunter versus a farmer mentality, right? A lot of people go out there and they think, how do I get traffic, right? How do I go and hunt after this day after day, try to make, new viral pieces of content? Versus the other way of thinking about it is, how can I build a garden, right? How can I build a farm and raise livestock and grow and just harvest and just have something that's self-sustaining, right? Something that the traffic's already out there, right? It's not about going and getting it, it's bringing it to you. And that's what I'm trying to do at Brands Meet Creators, right? Build this platform that attracts attention, as opposed to us having to go out there and sell, and fight for that attention. We're bringing it towards us. And so, yeah, attention is everything. And one of these big questions that I always get, right, when I explain our business model, I explain our free platform, 'Cause right now the platform, it just burns money, right? We don't make any money from it. It's completely free. We make money on the back end, and I'll get into exactly how we make money later. But a lot of people will ask, Mike, why don't you just charge, right? Why don't you just, make the brand pay a couple $100 to post a job, or maybe you do it on like a per connection basis, or maybe the content creators should pay a few dollars a month to subscribe to the platform, whatever it is. Like, why don't you just, why don't you make people pay for it, right? The service is great. You could definitely charge for it. And where my head always goes to, I think about some of the biggest companies in the world, right, that understand this principle. The Googles of the world, right, the Facebooks of the world. Imagine as Facebook was growing, they started off on college campuses, right? Imagine Facebook, they start on the first college campus, it's going well, then they expand to 10 college campuses, things are growing for them really quickly, right? They're starting to grow exponentially. They get to 50 campuses, and then they decide, you know what, this is working so well, let's charge students $7 a month to get onto our platform, right? Boom, they could have made a bunch of money right away, but that would have absolutely killed their entire company, right? Putting a paywall right in front of something that is growing as a network, something that is growing exponentially, just absolutely would kill that growth. And that's how I see it right now, right? If we make brands pay, I don't know, $297 to post a job, which is like a lot of the pricing models that a lot of these other platforms operate under. Some of them charge, like $5,000 just for the brand to get access. And what I want to build is very similar to what these other companies have, but just a different business model. So what I'm actually after is the attention, right? And so by putting a paywall there, that will just absolutely kill that. It will kill the network effect. It will kill that growth. And so that's why the platform is completely free. That's why it's going to remain free for a while, hopefully forever. But maybe there will come a day where we will start to monetize it, like some of these other platforms do, right? Facebook, we'll keep that same example. They don't charge their users to get access, but what they do is they monetize the attention. They understand how important that attention is in building the network, so they make it frictionless. They make it very easy for users. But then what do? They have an advertising model. They monetize the attention. And so that's what we're focused on right now. We're focused on building something that attracts attention, building something that grows the brand in general. And now I want to talk about incentives. I brought this up earlier on in the video because I think this plays a massive role in how we are going to grow and why we've grown to the point that we have already. Are the incentives that are out there. And so if you look at any of these other big platforms in the space, right? The platforms that you think of when you think, okay, I want to go hire someone, right? Or I want to post a job, I want to pay someone to make a couple pieces of content. You think of, the Fiverrs of the world, right? The Upworks of the world. Those are, two of the biggest ones. But those kind of expand outside of just the creator economy and like the content space, which is where I'm really narrowing in on. But let's use Fiverr, for example, right? This is where I think incentives are extremely misaligned. So if I'm a brand and I want to go hire a content creator, right? Let's say I'm using Fiverr. I'll go on there, I'll see all of the listings, I'll go and I'll purchase content from someone. And then I go, and I might like that content, I might not, I might go try a couple other people. But once I find someone, right? Once I find someone that I really like their content, what I want to do as a brand is I want to figure out how to get off of Fiverr, right? Because now I'm paying like a 20% transaction fee. The communication is a little clunky. I can't talk to this person directly. I have to log into their app, talk to them through there, communicate all the deliverables through there. I can't bring this person into, my internal Slack channels. I can't put them in my own workflows. I have to go all through that platform. And so as a brand, that's not really what the market wants. At least I believe that's the case. Now, as a platform on Fiverr's side of things, their incentives are to keep people on that platform, right? That's the only way they make money is if transactions keep coming through that platform. They make that 20% transaction fee. So the incentive of the platform is misaligned with what the market wants. This is my bet, at least, that this is the case, that these incentives are misaligned from what the market truly wants. I believe the market truly wants more of an open platform where they can hire people and they can take that person off the platform, bring them in-house, they can communicate with them through email, through Slack, they can pay them through direct deposit, they can put them, whatever systems they already have in place, they can go through that, and they don't have to be siloed into these platforms' communication channels. And so my big bet is that there's a misalignment in those incentives. And so now, thinking from a platform standpoint, how do you change that, right? How do you actually align the incentives of the platform with the incentives of the users? And so right now the platforms are actually aligned to keep people on there, to make all the transactions go through there. But the only way, at least the only way that I've found, that I've thought of, is to make it so there is no misalignment, that as a platform, I'm fine with you going off of our platform. I'm fine with you hiring people and then just, not using our communication channels, not using our payment rails, doing your own thing, is to not charge any transaction fees, right? To make it completely free. Because then I'm not incentivized to keep you on the platform, because either way, there's no money that's being made there. And so that's how we've structured our platform. We've made it completely free because that's how I think the incentives are. That's what I think the brand is incentivized to do. That's what the creator is incentivized to do. And so I want the platform's incentive to be exactly the same. So our incentive isn't to just put transactions through, right? To be transactional. Our incentive actually is to make the users have a great experience, so they talk about it, so they share it with other people, so that we get more attention, which is what I think the real currency is, not the transaction fees going through. And then we'll monetize in ways that we'll continue to figure out in the future. Right now, we have a paid community for content creators. That's how we monetize. Creators that use our platform, they love it, they land jobs there, and then they want to learn a little bit more about how to grow as a creator, how to land UGC deals, how to land these influencer partnerships, how to launch their own products. We have a community where they can work more closely with myself and other coaches. And then there will be other ways that we monetize in the future as well, but I really don't think we'll ever monetize by putting paywalls on the platform. So, long-winded video, but that is my vision for Brands Meet Creators. That's where we're going. That's the business model. That's kind of the type of company that I want to build. So yeah, I'm going to be making a lot more videos like this, behind the scenes stuff, just kind of like long rants. Let me know what type of stuff you guys want to hear from me, what questions you might have, what type of insights, what type of content you want to see. Maybe we'll get another video while I'm still here in Mexico. Maybe in the next video you guys will see will be me in Panama or Costa Rica or back in Philly. But until then, see you guys in the next video.